I'm Father Damian Richards. I'm pastor of St. Nicholas of Myra and Hayes and St. Francis of Assisi in Munger. August 6th, the Feast of the Transfiguration, in the year 258, was a very hard feast day for the Church. The Roman Emperor Valerian, worried about the atheism of Christians, had decreed that all Christian clergy, bishops, priests, and deacons, were to be put to death. And they called them atheists. Why would they call a Christian atheist, you ask? Because we didn't believe in the Roman gods, and we refused to worship them. Therefore, those who don't believe in the gods are atheists. So that's what we were. And on the Feast of the Transfiguration in the year 258, Roman soldiers discovered Pope Sixtus saying Mass, and he was assisted by his deacons. Aware of the emperor's orders, the soldiers executed the pope and his deacons on the spot. But one of the deacons assisting at the Mass, a man named Lawrence, was spared for a special job. The emperor asked him to turn over the treasure of the church to the empire. Now, why ask a deacon to do this and not the pope? Well, just as it is today, deacons do much more than simply assist at Mass. In addition to assisting at Mass and taking communion to the infirm, they also handled the administration of church property. Valerian, knowing he was talking to the Pope's accountant, demanded Lawrence turn over the church's property and treasure to him. Lawrence pointed out that this demand would take time. Just as today, the church's treasure is tied up in property and in precious objects, and it takes time to turn buildings, investments, and sacred vessels into ready cash. Valerian gave him 3 days to do this. During those 3 days, Lawrence went to work, not gathering the treasure, not converting it into cash, but giving it away instead. Lawrence also went throughout the city and invited all the poor, the handicapped, and the misfortunate to meet him in the Forum in 3 days' time. 3 days later, Lawrence, along with the crowd, appeared before the emperor. The emperor demanded, "Give me the treasure of the church." And Lawrence pointed to the crowd and told the emperor, "Here you see the eternal treasure, treasure which never diminishes but grows and grows. These poor people you see before you are the treasure of the church." Now, Valerian really wasn't interested in a workshop where he learned that people are your most valuable resource. He didn't want to learn that. He just wanted the money. So in a fit of anger, he ordered that Lawrence be burned alive on a griddle. The story goes that as he was being burned to death, Lawrence told his executioners, "Turn me over, boys, I'm done on this side." Lawrence's feast day is August 10th, 3 days after he was commanded by the emperor to turn over the treasure of the church. Lawrence was able to keep his head in time of crisis. He never lost sight of what was truly important: the people, especially the poor, the sick, and the infirm. There's lots of talk about stewardship and what stewardship is, but when you come down to it, stewardship is not about money or stuff. Stewardship is about people. Lawrence knew this. So in a time of crisis, Lawrence used his earthly treasure, the earthly treasure of the church, to build up the treasure in heaven. May we keep our priorities in the same perspective as Lawrence, and always remember that it is the people that are the true treasure of the church.